Yo, we have to talk about that one card that you haven't heard about it now. The 4090 that never was. Yo, let's dig in, guys. Yo, Crypto Nation and mining family, what's going on, guys? What's up? What's up? What's up? What up, Rude? What's going on? Being the first one in there, dropping the ha. What up, Tech Man? Oh, you're posting some silly shorts on your YouTube. Nice, nice, nice. What up, Foodwiser? Man, you know I'm not a DJ, right? What up, Gandhi Stuff and Things? What's up? What's up? And yes, hashtag Red Wave. it's incoming, and the Democrats are scared. Woo! It's they want us, the Democrats want to be like, oh, democracy is gonna die soon. It's gonna be dead over. To come tomorrow, I'll be dead. It'll be dead because we won't be able to have control anymore. And that means our democracy is dead that we dictate. But, yep, it is. What up? What's going on, everybody? Alright, so, let's dive into a little of today's news. Sorry about nothing yesterday, guys. Before I dig into that, I was working on my truck and stuff, and yeah, needed to make sure wheels work through the winter time. Yes, had go through, order up some tires for it. I had to get a new alternator. Had to drop the core off. It was like run around. So yep. It's nice. It's nice. So, yep. Sorry for yesterday for no video. The truck consumed a little more time than I was planning on, but you know what? At least now I got some wheels that are fucking reliable. I've got tires that are gonna be coming in, so I'll have all 4 new tires because I got new tires like a few months ago. So I'll get the other 2 tires because I got a belt that shifted into one of the back tires because it's like when you're driving down the road, man, it has a nasty little wobble to it. Yeah, it's a good one. It's a good one. So let's dive into it. Bam. So EVGA. Not a 4090 for the Win 3 prototype has been unveiled. You can see here, it's not a 4090, it's next gen graphics. Got an OC mode, power 1 and 2 lights on there. Nice. We have an OC switch as normal. You have these little slots right here where the slots for their goofy little tether thing that it's kind of funny. I was never really a big. I didn't really like all that, and you can see how chungus it is compared to a 3090 Ti. I do like the fin density that was on this thing. This thing was looking like it was going to be a formidable GPU, guys. It looked like it looked like it had some promise. It really did. I would have probably have thought about buying it. I mean, it's just nice. I like how they got the high volt connector off to the side where it's easier to cable manage. I'm just saying. Way easier. Looks like my heater's in the house. Nice. Right? So, I mean, this thing is just a little bit. This is definitely like about a 4 DIN fucking GPU here, guys. But too bad. It's going. They basically gave them to a couple of content creators, Jay's 2 cents, who this Yeah, that's who this is right here. This is Jay's 2 cents here. So, you know, it's like, it's one of those things of he's going to end up putting it in with the trophy of the last GPU ever made by EVGA. And it sucks that like people didn't know this was going to happen. I'm sure there would been a lot more people that would have tried to get some of their higher end GPUs, kind of like what I did. I just kind of accidentally did that, you know, the For the Win 3 3090s and the Kingpins, right? Those are going to be some like rare GPUs moving forward. But you can tell that this was making out to be a formidable GPU, guys. I mean, this was the overclock, guys. 89% power, over 3 megahertz on the core, over 10,000 megahertz on the on the memory. That is just insane. That means you'd be able to clock this thing to 20,000 megahertz in Linux safely. Because this is fucking Windows. So I mean, like, I would love to be able to get an opportunity to grab their last, but they only made 20 of these. So the likelihood of a pleb like myself ever getting one is unlikely. But this thing is hella nice looking. I just like the fin stack density on there. This would have been a good cooling card. I like the idea that even though they offset the one fan, with the size of the fans that they're using on this particular card, it's less noticeable. I do like that subtleness on that. They aren't emphasizing that like clown face with the, like they did on the 3090, where they put the little red exit line around this and it made it look like a sad clown. Yep, I'm gonna say that because I got one. It fucking looks like a sad clown. I wish they would have made it like, you know, very understated like this. They didn't need to make an emphasis on the curvature of the faceplate. I don't know why they did that either. It's kind of goofy in my opinion, but you know, someone down there was like, oh, I like that, you know, and teach their own, you know, as long as it does its job. And it's like we've lost a good GPU manufacturer. I mean, even though they didn't make the GPU, but they assembled them properly, binned them really nicely, and the quality that they were presenting with their GPUs, and allowing for us overclockers to be able to get our hands on it and influence some of the design setups on this. AE, like for example, like fucking Kingpin, right? So that whole it allowed them to give us something to be able to play with. Basically, they were our enthusiast line, and we've basically lost our enthusiast line, and all we're left with are basically corporate companies that are, you know, they'll just throw GPUs together just to throw them together, guys. They're not going to be. It's like and I love my Asus ROG Strix, but those still aren't at that enthusiast level, right? To where we have the ability to clock it any which way we want to. They don't have a LN2 mode GPU. I mean, it literally there's nobody that really offers anything for us. The newer GPUs are having random cold bugs. You never know which one's going to be the one that has the issue, and when it has the issue, it's done. So unfortunately, moving forward with NVIDIA, I'm not sure if we're going to be able to basically put the, do the extreme overclocking. I don't know if they even cared about the us extreme overclockers anyway. They never really intended their equipment, and I emphasize on how they look at it. It's their equipment, and they don't want you to utilize their equipment in ways that they did not design it for. And it's almost like the stance that it feels like that NVIDIA is now taking, now that EVGA is gone and we don't have something to play with anymore. I'm hoping that AMD kind of steps up and allows, somebody makes an LN2 version for one of the sides. It's like we need an extreme overclocker edition, because that would be something I would be interested in. Rude, I'm not, whenever the facility is profitable, I'll think about grabbing a 4090, my man. I saw your question. I saw that shit. But I mean, I would really be more interested if there was an overclockable 4090 that I can guarantee to put under LN2. Do some extreme overclocking on it, do some hash drags with it. You guys know that is been my thing. Like, I want so badly to do hash drags. It would be industry first. Is it practical mining? Oh, fuck no. Is it fun? Oh, hell yeah. It's just like fucking LN2 with the extreme overclocking that they do. Does it have any worldly purpose in there? Very nominal. It just shows what you can do on the upper limits, where the cold, where you introduce cold limiting issues on there. Allows you to understand where the overclock relationship between core and memory really reside with each other for that optimum frequency versus power usage. So there's like little data points. It's not big, but it's mostly fun. I mean, let's be real. It's like you like me. I've got an 84 Z28. It's a big tire car, full cage in there. It's drag racing car. Why? Because it can be done. Someone in Cali hit the lotto. Good fucking God. Holy shit. That motherfucker's getting a half $500 million. It's like, hope it was Doge Lord. No shit. That lotto is rigged, man. Too funny. I'd be like, if it was Doge Lord, I'm waiting for the phone call. It's like it's all rigged. Damn. That is nuts. People, you know what? And out of all the people who have ever won the lotto, only a handful of people have actually done better coming out of it. And only one was successful. He started a business. Only person that was smart enough to fucking do it the right way. You don't spend the money on you. You start your fucking dreams. If you spend it like a poor man, the tax man cometh. You spend it like a wealthy man, and you have tax write-offs. I did early voting. I voted like a week and a half ago, something like that. think if I ever won the lottery, I would put half in the Bitcoin and half towards a house. Don't even do that, Jason. Serious. It sounds stupid. I know. Make a business. Invest in you. Yeah, you can put a little bit. I'd put like maybe 2 or 3% in the Bitcoin. And then you would start a business. And then once the business is going, now the business can buy you a house, and probably a better house than what you're about to afford with just buying the house outright, because you still have the taxation liability behind it all. So yeah, slow and steady wins the race. It's like, okay, I'll invest into the family mine with the other half. It's like, what kind of business would you start then? Well, I mean, I'm already starting my business. I've got the Family Mine LLC, so that I've already got that. So if I would hit the lottery, I'd put more into the business and just make it grow faster. Bear markets are for building. And if you could do it without pulling a single loan out, you'll be stronger and leaner on the other side. All the places that you're about to see fail are those that owe fucking money. Just saying. If you owe money and you go into a bear market, you're fucked. So you always want to be cash flow positive. As long as you're cash flow positive, your business can survive. Even if the margins get real fucking tight. Cash flow positive is cash flow positive. Usually as long as you can even skate by with narrow margins, usually when the market comes back, it comes back with a boom, and you'll be sitting real pretty on the other side. I'd sell auto parts. Been doing that for years anyway. Nice, Shuby. Yeah, I used to work for fucking Pep Boys, so I understand that one. Did Pep Boys and fucking Bridgestone and GM and Kia. Mostly as mechanics, but a few of them I went into the parts side. Like dropping knowledge today. Oh yeah, I try to, man. It's like I want to make sure that all of you get, it's like the moonshot that people are talking about is not the moonshot on which these YouTube hype influencers are all about, right? They're thinking, oh yeah, Bitcoin moons, Lambos, Bitcoin moon, or this shitcoin moon. It's like, no. That's fucking gambling. It's like you want to sit there and build. Everything else is a fucking tool. It's like either you use it as a tool or you are the tool. You see where it kind of boils in. That's why how can I put it? Wall Street looks at retail as being stupid. There's a lot of reasons for that. I'll probably do my Wednesday little gig on this, so that it's like people, kind of give an insight of what that's all about and why retail ultimately is just stupid as shit. And if you sit there and pull yourself out of the retail aspect of it and actually be a builder, the retail market has to come to you. It's like either your retail, which makes you a consumer. Consumers always lose. Think about it. So just kind of, these are like little things that I think about whenever it comes down to investments and stuff like that. But it's always best to be building into yourself. Don't worry about that new car. If you got a car that's working, cool. If it's a little busted up, spend a little money and get that car good. Make that car reliable. I mean, if it's too far gone, I get it, but don't buy new. You can't afford 5 of them. You can't afford 1 of them. Okay? Think about it that way. New cars are 30, 40 grand. Can you afford 5 of that? No. Buy that fucking used car and then put a little extra cash into it to make it fucking right. That is the trick. You know, I mean, I understand if the car is just rotting, okay, that needs to be replaced. That's not safe. But to buy a brand new car, not justified still. It's like I start one power plant or a casino. Oh yeah. It, it's like it's pretty much it's like you want to do an industry, something that you like to do. You know, first off, and don't pull a hobby out of it. It's something that you do, and it's like you do it really well. Everybody's got that one little thing that they do better than anyone else. I'm just saying. You know, like for me, when it was automotive, I was really good with the HVAC, so heating and AC in the car, and suspension work. I love building engines, but I can't do it for a living because that's more of a hobby. I just enjoy doing that for myself. I mean, I can build for other people. It's not something that I enjoy doing, but I'm really good at it. As long as I've got the time for it. Usually when I'm like 3 million different ways from Sunday, I can't build engines for other people, and I will fucking just no, I'm good. No. But whenever I can, you know, settle in and I can be like, okay, I've got myself a few days with this motor sitting in my lap. All right, now I'm gonna get to work here. We're gonna get this thing done. But you know, it's like I like building cars. I'm very good about just blowing them things apart, doing the metal work, and putting them back together. I could do that all day long. All day long. I find that very much Zen work. Just breaking bolts, tapping bolts out, fixing metal work, putting it back together. Some people dread doing that on cars. I find it's like people leave me alone because I'm banging metal all day. I'm sitting in there with earplugs, earmuffs on, ting 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 ting. It's amazing stuff. I mean, but you got to find your own Zen moment. If you guys are gonna win a lotto and have free money with you, that is like the biggest game of hot potato. You are either gonna be a consumer and you're gonna get slapped with taxes, or you're gonna be a person who starts a business. And the business takes the hit on the taxation. Be smart with the money, guys. Always be smart. Like, I like my Ford Edge, but the seat is the most uncomfortable seat there is. Oh, Patrick Murphy, you know what? We can solve that. We put in a new seat. Do you like your seat with high bolsters? I know I'm gonna start talking some like weird car shit. The bolsters are the parts that like hold on to your legs. Do you want it in like a leather, or do you want it in cloth? So I mean, there's options. You can get like your deep, lightweight racing seats that will really hug you in there. But there's not a lot of padding, so those are pretty uncomfortable. Then you can get your just nice, fully functioning seat on there. It's a racing seat, but it hugs you really nicely. It's got an adjustable lumbar on there. Maybe the bottom tilts up and down so that you can get the proper seating position for yourself. I mean, seating position means everything. If you can take pressure off your lower lumbar while you're seated in a seated position. like it's tough because I sat in 75 vehicles and only fit in 2 or 3 of them. I'm kind of the same way. I'm tall. Cars I have issues with because I gotta fucking gangster lean the seat back, and a lot of times it's you know, if I can't get the seat to drop down low enough, I have to tilt my seat back so much that I start getting a neck pain and shoulder pain while driving. That's what really, because I'm tall. I'm over 6 feet. Yeah, you're a little bit taller than me. You got me by 6 inches. I'm like 6'2", 6'3", something like that. If I get a good stretch on, I'm like a solid 6'3". Yeah, exactly. You need to get that seat to be able to drop down. And what's nice about aftermarket seats is they make low-profile bracket adapters for the seats. So look into some of those seats, and you can get them where the seat is almost on the floor. It gives you, to me, I feel more connected with the car as soon as I sit down into the car a little bit. Oh my lord, it changes the whole effect of that car and how I feel like when I feel the car a little bit nicer. Yeah, but a Land Rover Discovery has it's this crazy headroom. You can be 7 feet tall. You can be almost 8 feet tall and fit in a Land Rover Discovery, bro. No comparison to a car. Don't learn it $1 yet. Not yet. Become one with a Z-Car. Right. Yep. This is why I call it crypto and hot rods. I will go off on a tangent on hot rods every so often. But anywho, all right. So if you guys are getting back into the AMD GPUs, like I probably will moving forward here, one of the games I actually play from time to time, not all the time, if you guys happen to play it, Cyberpunk 2077, looks like they have a patch for AMD FSR 2.1, so they will have a better GPU experience moving forward with AMD. It looks like AMD has made enough of a ruckus with good hardware that some of these other game developers are going, we should probably develop with their stuff here. Their stuff's not bad. New driver for that? Not that I'm aware of. Not that I'm aware of, my dude. Not at all, Rude. I'm not sure. I have not heard any word on that. So the game still hasn't Cyberpunk still hasn't done the DLSS 3.0 for NVIDIA for the RTX 40 launch, but they've already got the patch for AMD, guys. Who would have ever thought that, they would have patched out for an AMD GPU first? That is freaking huge, guys. That to me, that's like a one-up, like a little burn on fucking NVIDIA with that shit, right? That is that. I laughed a little bit when I saw this. I was like, how many more games are going to follow suit with this one? Because I think everybody's starting to get like pissed off at Nvidia. This might be what this is all about. Is that everybody's kind of getting irritated with the little games that Nvidia is playing with the market, and in the same process, AMD has stepped up their game in the GPU market and made a good enough of a GPU that people are like turning their heads, going, "That's a whole new thing. Whoa, that's kind of sensual. Can I play with that?" Need to buy a school bus and make it an RV. Oh, those are actually pretty cheap, Techman. That's actually not hard to do. It's just trying to find a good diesel school bus that's in good nick. GTA 5, been playing that. Nice. I play that from time to time. Been a hot minute. But I got a PS5 I gotta start playing again. Oh god, that's too funny. I've got the Xbox One that hasn't turned on, except for accidentally turning it on while we're cleaning off the entertainment system that never gets turned on either. That TV over there hasn't turned on really, except for very few times in the last 5 years. I will guarantee you that. It was like a couple of movies. That was it. Oh yeah. So I'm actually curious to see how many, curious how many other game developers are going to start siding over to AMD. And I think some of this push might come from the idea that the new gen consoles are basically using AMDs. So that might be some of the patch for this, is that they're trying to also help out the GPUs that are in the consoles also. This might help them out. Because everybody, it's like if you play Cyberpunk 2077 on console, your performance, your frames per second isn't as high as if you had a dedicated GPU or a normal GPU in a PC, or just running NVIDIA, because NVIDIA would just blow it out of the water at that point. Glitchy as hell at first on the consoles, but got better with patch updates. Very playable now. There's still, even now, I like when I'm playing it on PC, there's a couple of little glitches here and there, but way better than day one launch. I would hope that I wish that they would have made their launch a little bit nicer, a little cleaner. But it seems like they're all starting to have this same similar issue with launching and just having nasty game experiences upon launch with a lot of newer titles. Not sure why that they're rolling out titles that seems unpolished. They could sit there and release them in the beta forms and have the community actually testing them out. And I think that would, it's like that old way of doing it was really nice, because I used to be I'm an old school beta tester for games. I haven't, my contacts for all that stuff haven't been really doing shit. So, but, I digress on that one. And there has been a little bit of an update here with Gainward. So Gainward was reportedly to be replacing the RTX 4090 power cables. There was clarification in this that they thought that was going to hold off release of the graphic cards until mid-November. They have stated that they are currently the cables that have been inspected by NVIDIA team and have found no issues. All the Gainwords shipments is being made as usual. So they're saying, you know, please don't hesitate to go grab one. And this is off of Gainwords Facebook account for the supposed that they were going to be pushing back the release date on this. What I think really kind of happened here is, yes, they are releasing them because for some of them they've already replaced, and then there's probably a certain portion of them that they have already that according to NVIDIA have passed the specifications. And with that being said, guys, even the aftermarket people with the cables for this, the high volt connector cables, they're starting to melt too, guys. So there's little reasons why I think that I'm holding off on grabbing this 4090 more and more. There are too many little issues with this new power connector. I would really prefer to see that this connector gets recalled at this point and they go back to a standard cable connection on this. If NVIDIA wants to use it on their own personal card, let the AIB partners put the connector that they feel that they trust a lot better. And I'm sorry, I would rather have 3 or 4 cables going to my GPU that I can sit there and cable manage without causing a meltdown. Not that it's going to cause a fire or anything, but a fucking meltdown. That's unacceptable on a $1,500 to a $2,000 card. Unacceptable. So I mean, I'm curious to see how they're going to be reacting with this new power cable setup moving forward. I hope that whenever they go into their next gen, they shy away from it, or on the lower tier ones, they don't use this goofed up fucking high volt connector that they're using here, because it's like there's a difference between the 3090 Ti that got released and these. The connectors are different for whatever reason, and it doesn't give me a whole lot of confidence in this. I'm just saying. And if you guys are into using library platform, Judge rules. We all know that library shut down their stuff and handed it over to Odyssey, right? So library became Odyssey. Library was being targeted by the SEC. SEC has ruled that the LBRY token is a security, and basically nobody in the United States is now allowed to invest into LBRY token in the United States without being an accredited investor at this point. Womp womp. LBRY raised over $11 million in Bitcoin from investors from 2016 to 2021 without filing registration statements containing the information that required such an offering to the public. LBRY did not hold an initial coin offering, and the SEC did not allege fraud in the case. So the LBRY credit allows individuals to create an identity, tip creators, and publish, purchase, boost content in a way that's decentralized way. Millions of people have used it this way, and we're using it well before we sold any tokens to anyone. We've acted in good faith, attempted to follow the rules, and comply with the SEC at every turn. They knew that this was going to be happening, and that's why they handed off the reins over to Odyssey. people are saying that, oh, this isn't going to affect XRP. XRP's next. They're just building a bigger case. Last piece to the puzzle, I will agree in one hand and disagree in another, right? So we are free to do a lot of things, right? So the thing that they don't want. So the good news is LBRY was not targeted for fraud. This was not a fraud case. So this is a very good sign for LBRY. They are now just getting hit with a fine because they didn't file the proper paperwork to do an investment, right? So before they can allow public investors to come in, they have to basically ask, they have to get permission from the U.S. government. The SEC oversees anything that is allowed in the United States to be invested into. So startups are typically given to people who are accredited investors. An accredited investor is somebody who has multi-million dollars and have a corporation backing them up. So basically, think about the whole Elon Musk Twitter purchase, right? Elon Musk is rich enough to be able to pull credit to be able to buy Twitter, but he can't do it by himself. So with that being said, he had to have multiple people going into it with him, plus a business. This is how you get the full financial backing to be able to make a move like that. So basically, LBRY didn't do that. There are certain points in investing into a new company that is only geared for accredited investors because it's at the highest risk level. And then after that point, boop, that's when the retail market can actually start participating. So, but you have to, it has to be able to transition, and that's just kind of how the United States is set up on that. There are over the last, since the creation of the stock market, there has been many scams that have been done through the stock market. They're trying to tame the beast a little bit in the crypto market because of the same thing. And new investable projects have to be able to pass the Howey test. And that's what makes it a security. And you cannot offer a security to the general public. And a security is just something that's just really high fucking risk. That's what it is at the end of the day. It's real high risk. Unfortunately, that it happens. And as these new projects pop up that are really green to the industry, or they don't understand rules and regulations for a particular area where they're offering, you're going to see issues like this pop up every so often. It's the nature of the beast here in the United States, and as much as everybody grumbles and gripes about the SEC, there's areas where they help people out. So it's a dual-edged fucking sword, and we all know it. So unfortunately, we have to comply with the rules that we have at hand. It sucks. We all know it. It sucks because LBRY turned out to be a very good counterpart to YouTube. Some people, speculate that SEC coming after LBRY was because of like YouTube and Google putting it on the radar. I think that the SEC would have came up with this eventually. Anything that's got a a direct link into the public in the United States, SEC is going to be all over it like flies on stink. Yo, what up, New England? Crypto, what's going on, my bearded wonder? Such great beard over there. And check this out, guys. The US government now has more BTC than the largest crypto holders. They have roughly over 1 billion worth of Bitcoins recovered in what the Department of Justice calls the second largest financial seizure ever. So the U.S. Department of Justice has seized 1 billion worth of Bitcoin from a man who unlawfully obtained more than 50,000 Bitcoin from the Silk Road dark web internet marketplace in 2012. Man, it would have been worth fucking nothing at the time. So James Zong pled guilty in court on November 4th to committing wire fraud and is set to be sentenced in February. The whereabouts of the stolen 50,000 Bitcoin remain unknown for more than 10 years, according to Damian Williams, the U.S. Attorney for the South District of New York. Zong had executed a detailed scheme to steal the Bitcoin from the Silk Road marketplace, one of the first modern darknet markets. Silk Road operated as a Tor hidden service, a privacy tool that allows anonymous internet browsing. This is true. Don't just go into and spool up a Tor browser. Yeah, most governments are watching the on-ramp. I'm just gonna say that for you. Tyler Hatcher, a criminal investigator for the IRS, following the heist, Zong attempted to hide his spoils through a series of complex transactions. So basically, he put him through mixers, and then he fucking didn't go to next level and put him into an anonymous wallet. And it was all fucking trackable. That's fucking hilarious. There are so many different ways. You put those things through mixer after mixer after mixer after mixer. You want it to be gone? You do it. In November of 2021, the authorities located the lost Bitcoins in an underground floor safe, as well as a single board computer in a bathroom closet. So he had a Raspberry Pi and a little computer in a floor safe. The computer was beneath blankets and popcorn tins stored in a bathroom closet. The Bitcoins were worth roughly $3.4 billion at the time of seizure, and found nearly $662,000 in cash. Man, that guy was fucking balling, dude. I wouldn't go down his road, but damn. In February, New York couple was indicted. Oh yeah, that was that weird couple that was stealing Bitcoin too, and stole Bitcoin. Oh yeah, and she did like those singing weird TikTok fucking videos and shit. And they took 120,000 Bitcoin at that time. Another Silk Road related seizure, 70,000 Bitcoin. So the latest haul puts the U.S. government significantly ahead of the largest corporate holders of Bitcoin, more than MicroStrategy, Block One, or soon to be released surviving Bitcoin from the Mt. Gox crypto exchanges. Oh my God. The previously seized assets have been auctioned off to various bidders. Most notably in 2014, venture capital Tim Draper purchased 30,000 Bitcoins for an undisclosed amount. Oh my God. That is crazy. So if the government wants to, they can crash the market. Hold on, I'm going to close my windows over here. It gets dark this time of night or day. I mean, it's only fucking 5. It's almost 5 and it's like fucking dark out there already. Holy shit. So yeah, I mean the U.S. government can actually, if they want to, if they were to do a big sell, they can tank the Bitcoin right now. Right now. I mean, think about how much Bitcoin, you know, what the market cap of Bitcoin is right now as we speak. Bitcoin's market cap is $352.88 billion, and we are at $18,410,000. Man, we're having a nasty fucking pullback right now. Wow. We were over at over 21,000. Damn, that hurts. But you're talking about a noticeable drop in market cap if the U.S. government decides to sell. That is huge, right? So hopefully they keep hodling. I mean, they have sold off Bitcoin, and I'm sure that they would not be selling it below market value. And they would be selling it to a direct buyer. They're not going to go to an exchange and do it. They're going to do it through an auction. And yeah, that's just how it's going to turn out to be. So I don't think that even if the U.S. government were to release the Bitcoin, I don't think that it would really make a big difference, because somebody would be buying it right off the bat, and they would hope that they can sit there and get the auction price for that Bitcoin cheaper than what it would be at market value. Oh yeah, hurts indeed, my dude. And people don't realize if fucking Bitcoin drops drastically in price, it takes all the other cryptos with it. Everybody else gets a bloodbath right along with them, and it's whatever Bitcoin gets hit with, everything else get hit with a higher percentage. Guaranteed. So it will be very interesting here and how this is going to boil down to. Another one that's actually kind of interesting here too, guys. FTX token, the FTT price tanks 32% as Binance CEO Xingzing CZ denies the blame, guys. This one's hilarious. Hilarious. They know which wallets hold what, you know. But you know, it's like CZ's from Binance is like following out principles, decided to be transparent. So he sat there and wrote some stuff out where Alex Vitalis fired back. He's like, well, Binance and FTX are officially at war with each other. Binance was a big investor in the FTT token. They are a big holder of it, and they have liquidated their FTT just post exit risk management, learning from Luna. They gave support before, but won't pretend to be around after the divorce. They're not against anyone, but we won't support people who lobby against other industries players behind their backs onward. So it looks like there was a bit of backstabbing that's being accused on there. So it seems like there's some bit of a story that's going on in the backside of here, because FTX, we're basically talking about two competitive exchanges, and you're talking about the FTT token for FTX is their in-house stable token, right? So them liquidating all of that just put downward pressure on that, which basically negatively impacts the company. Now, if Binance is having a liquidity issue because the overall price of Bitcoin itself is dropping, right? Then it would make sense to get assets off the books that are not making sense. That's just how it really boils down to. You got to make sure that from a business standpoint, if your token doesn't look like it has liquidity to keep its head above water, and I'm relying on that, well, before it implodes on itself, I'm liquidating. It's just business at the end of the day, and you can't get butthurt over business. It sucks when it happens to you. It certainly does. But if FTX needed the FTT token that badly, that they put that much into it, they're the greater fools. They put too many eggs into one single basket. And that's their fault. They should be able to handle a liquidation event. This is why I say people don't always necessarily need tokens for their project, because that gives them a false narrative that they're profitable, or you get what I'm saying. It makes your piggy bank look bigger than what it really is, because you're printing money out of nowhere. So it's like I'm interested to see how this one's gonna go out, to play out. I'm like sitting in the background, kind of just giggling on this one. And they're all having this like Twitter war. I can't even see it because I'm like still kicked off of Twitter, but I can still sit there and look at all the in-house fighting through news articles, because this one is two different exchanges taking blows at each other. FTX blaming Binance that they lost 32% of their price. I'd be like, if I was CZ, I'd be like, business, bro. You can't survive that? It's your first time here or something? Psh, that's how I would be. Yeah, I bet. Yeah. Twitter kicked me. Too much freedom. I was letting too much freedom and knowledge out, and they couldn't handle all that freedom and knowledge. They can't handle sarcasm. And you want to know what else is kind of funny? Whenever you're going into a bear market, you see some of the stupidest stuff come out. Why Cardano's next bull run may depend on Musk and how ADA fits into this puzzle. He's now relying on how Elon reacts to stuff. Are you fucking kidding me? You got a failed fucking project that has no direction. You're fucking making these useless fucking updates on a protocol that people hate fucking building on. There is so little built on there. And on top of that, there's fucking rumors that Charles Hoskins wants to fucking leave ADA now. He's sitting there and seeing... It's like, see you in Rumble. Yeah, right? But it's like Charles Hoskins is... there's now like rumors that he's going to be retiring. Yeah. I'm going to sit there and say that he's extracted enough value and realizes that uh, the project he has is dead, and that his code is useless, and he's not a very good coder, and he's not sorry that he lost you your money. I'm just saying, he's now relying on fucking Elon to build a decentralized platform using Twitter, so that they can use Doge and Cardano for profit and pleasure. It's like, what the fuck? It's like, that's when you know that somebody is like not genuine, right? And they're a fucking scammer. This is how you can tell. Hodgkin's extracted value, HEV. That is awesome. Oh, that is hilarious, Budweiser. Oh, that is too funny. It's like there used to be this one site that I used to like love going to like watch Bitcoin being bought. I save it somewhere. Oh. Nope, I don't remember it now. Oh well. Well, anybody got any questions for me? It has been an hour, guys. It has been an hour and 2 minutes right now. All right, cool. So, anybody got any kind of comments or questions for me before I head up out of here? Call it for the night. Maybe do a little bit of gaming a little bit later on. See how I feel. I did a brutal fucking shoulder day. I don't know how much I want to sit there and hold my arms out. I was doing what they call a bus driver, where you hold I was holding a 10-pound plate and just kind of letting go with one hand and turning your hand. Oh man, it was a brutal set. Oh my god. I'm trying to make myself healthy. I'm trying to invest into myself. I'm not getting any younger. So does anybody else got any other comments or questions before I head up out of here? Made it home. Nice. Your home is like greetings and salutations. All right, so it looks like everybody's kind of hopping up off out of here. It's like, pick up the wife and go make American red again. Cool. All right, well, nobody else got any other questions for me? Definitely I'm going to take off out of here. Guys, don't forget to smash that Lizardy like button before you head up out of here, guys. Like, subscribe, hit the bell notification, all that good stuff. Share this out on your favorite social media, because I'm not on any of them. Helps me get the word out to all of you awesome mofos. Definitely drop FAs in the Chizzity chat, guys. Everybody drop those FAs, because you guys are rated F for fucking awesome. Yo! That's what's up. And if you guys want to, if you're new here, links down below, guys. Join the Discord. It's free. Be a part of the community. Love to help you. You know, if you got any kind of issues of, rig problems, car problems, whatever, trading issues, we can help usually point you in the right direction. Yo! Otherwise, if you want to sit there and actually, help channel out a little bit, I got a Patreon down below. Think about joining, maybe. No pressure. You don't have to. Don't care. There's also the Pseudo Hasher tier. If you're wanting to have your rigs hosted with me, definitely join the Pseudo Hasher tier. There is a benefit that will run out once we go public with it and we open up our doors to everyone. So the Pseudo Hasher tier has a little perk that nobody else gets. Period. And with that being said, peace out, and of course, stay savage. Yo!